Hey guys, Marissa at kitchentablestamper.com. Maybe you've heard we're featuring the cutest cows in the cool card club for cool people. I want to show you a completely alternate project today. You guys have already seen this adorable little treat box for the cowtails. If you haven't, it's on the blog. You can get the printable project sheet and video. I'll link to this project. This is our sneak peek for Card Club for Cool People. This is a fun alternative, some different designer series paper. We're going with some brown cows, a little bit more of a, rustic feel to this one. This was my thank you card for customers that purchased from me in January, I believe. So I wanted to wait so that it wouldn't be a spoiler. This was my customer thank you card. We're gonna make one of these today. All right, so this is the Cutest Cows Bundle. You can see we're featuring that one. And we're gonna use this little hi greeting from Just My Type. I love the font here, and it's the perfect little greeting for our tag. So those are my stamp sets. This card, for those of you who are Card Club for Cool People members, this card is actually inspired by our super secret Card Club for Cool People sketch number 2. So it's not exactly, but it's inspired by, and I wonder if you can pick it out. So if you're a Card Club member from February and you have access to that exclusive card sketch, take a look at the card sketch, take a look at my card, and see if you see the inspiration. All right, we're gonna start by embossing the front of the card. Now, when I do this, you are welcome to do this too. I like to emboss the whole card front, but we have to put this through the machine sideways, which means that this folder, the fold is actually gonna go along the edge of the machine. So if you don't feel comfortable doing this, then grab a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of crumb cake and emboss that and then glue it on front. It'll still look super adorable. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. You have to be really careful though, because if this fold grates against this side of the machine, it will strip the fold. It'll grate it right off, and then the folder will be useless. So if you do this, do it at your own risk and be very careful. I do it all the time because I love the way it looks. I do. I just love when I fold over that card and it's got an entire edge to edge texture. So that's the Timber 3D embossing folder. And so now I've got a gorgeous wood grain, and let's bring our samples back in. My designer series paper is glorious gingham, and we're going to use both ginghams. And let's see here, these are 4 by 3/4 and 4 by 2. The measurements will be on the printable project sheet. You don't have to scramble to write anything down. kitchentablestamper.com is where you'll find that project sheet. Just when you look in the description below, there'll be a click here for project details, and when you click there, it'll take you to the blog post. Just scroll down, you'll see the video embedded, and underneath the embedded video, you'll see a link that says today's project sheet. Just click the button and a printable, downloadable PDF will pop right up. All right, I've got some liquid glue, and we're gonna adhere these to the card base. I'm putting them all the way to the right side and centered so that we have an equal margin above and below of that gorgeous embossed wood texture. I love the wood, the gingham, and the cow. All right, let me show you a couple of die cut and punched pieces that I did here. Slide this guy aside for just a second. I've got pecan pie. I cut this swoopy circle using the Thoughtful Expressions dies, and this is the 3rd from the largest. And then this is petal pink, and I cut these little flowers using the same Thoughtful Expressions die set. So you'll see here, got the little petal pink flowers. And then a couple of punches here. This is crumb cake, and I used a 2-inch circle punch for the crumb cake circle. Got the bow. The bow is done with the bow punch. This is Pretty Peacock. And then the last little bit that I have here prepared ahead of time is this bitty tag. I love this tag die. You can hardly get that one out of my hand. That is from the Meadow dies. All right, so awesome floral silhouettes, butterflies, label, and then the tag that's worth its weight in gold. All right, let's go ahead and do some stamping. Actually, I'm going to do one quick gluing just because it's here and I can. I'm going to glue my circle to my swoopy circle, and then I'm going to slide all my punches and die cuts aside. Now we'll do some stamping. I've got my tag and some basic white scraps. I love my glass mat. If you've thought about joining and you've thought about getting the glass mat studio, I love this mat. It gives me a far better impression than even my Stampin' Pierce mat. It's fun to work on, it's easy to clean up, it's beautiful. You can get this glass mat studio now for free with your starter kit. It's a $99 starter kit. You get $125 in product and the glass mat studio when you join Stampin' Up right now. If you want to join, go to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net and click join. If you've got any questions, reach out. I'd love to hear from you. All right, so we did our pecan pie, hi, and now our cow. Now the cow is a builder punch, so we always like to start by taking a look at the punch, and then we're going to stamp where it's going to be easiest with the least amount of waste to punch out the image we just stamped. So there's our cow. Very easy to slide that one in there, punch it. Now we need the cow's head, and you'll see using photopolymer, no Stampin' Pierce mat, and getting fantastic impressions. Nice, clear, crisp lines. It is wonderful. And it's free. If you've wanted to join Stampin' Up, we'd love to have you on the Kitchenettes team. All right, now I'm going to color my cow. I'm doing brown cows today. This is pecan pie, and we have a little white cow with brown spots. We have a little brown cow with brown spots. I think today I'm going to do a brown cow with white spots. And it's all the same. Pecan pie for the browns, and I've got petal pink here. It's the light petal pink for the ears and snout. Okay, so we're going to start there. I'm going to add a little petal pink and a little bit in the ears. And then I'm going to do a brown cow with white spots. So I think I'm going to do dark pecan pie for the bangs or fringe. My daughter's a beauty school student, and I said this in the last video I did. They can't say bangs, they have to say fringe. It's against the rules to call it bangs. And then I'm going to do his little face with the light pecan pie. All right, there's his little face. Now let's do his body. And I'm going to do the same idea. I'm going to fill the body with a light pecan pie. Because it's a little bit bigger space, I'm going to switch to my brush. It'll fill a little bit faster that way. And this little guy is going to be brown with white spots. I'm going to leave the spots alone. I think I'm going to make the hooves and the tail dark pecan pie. Let's see how I like that. I think I'm going to leave, I'm going to do like the tassel, a little poof at the end of the tail, dark pecan pie. But I think I'm going to leave the rest of the tail white. Uh-oh, I don't mean to leave one leg on my cow white. So let's grab the light pecan pie again and fill that in. There we go. My cow almost had one white leg. I guess it happens in nature, so you can have a cow with one white leg if you want. All right, so our cow is colored. Going to be super easy to punch right out because we thought about where we were going to stamp before we actually stamped. So these builder punches are always a party. Got my little body and my little face. Oh, look at how cute he is, brown with white spots. All right, I'll line them all up after, and you can tell me in the comments which one you like better. All right, so we're gonna bring back our card, and I've got some bordered ribbon here. This is Lost Lagoon, and I just love this texture with this card with the wood grain background and the ginghams. It's got kind of a rustic weave. It's not a real solid dye. It goes a little lighter and darker, kind of heathered maybe. We're gonna do about 8 inches folded in half, maybe a little bit more. No, about 8 inches, because that's 4 folded in half. And we'll cut it away from the spool. And then we're going to adhere it to the card. You can use a couple of glue dots, or you could use a little tear and tape here. I'm going to use a little tear and tape. So I'm just going to pop a short strip, kind of centered in my card, and then remove the liner. Now put that loop right on the tear and tape there. And then I'm going to bring in my swoopy circle, and I'm going to add that. Now we're going over that ribbon, so if you'd like to, you can grab a little tear and tape here too, a nice strong adhesive so it sticks even though it's over that ribbon. You can use your CL Plus, something a little stronger. You can use some liquid glue. Just takes a little bit for the liquid glue to grab. I'm impatient when I do videos. We're gonna put this right of centered, not quite centered on the designer series paper, and high of center on the designer series paper. Now you can go ahead and trim this to length so that it's not much longer. I'm gonna grab my high tag and some linen thread. I'm gonna thread the tag and tie a big bow. Now here's the thing about this. If you want to, you could grab a little Stampin' Dimensional, put a little Stampin' Dimensional all the way at the end of the high tag. Place the tag where you want it to live, and then you've got the tag stuck to the card, so it just got so much easier to tie a bow on that tag. You can hold down the card and you don't have the tag at the end of the twine flipping and spinning. Just makes it so much easier. It's like having an extra hand. All right, so you've got a big loopy bow of linen thread. We're gonna cut that away from the spool, trim off the excess. Now I want liquid glue. Got some of that, and I'm going to put my cow body with some liquid glue. And has little faces to go on with a dimensional. I've got a little standard size dimensional here. I'll pop that right on. I love it. All right, now my leaf is going to go on next. I'm going to put it on with a mini glue dot. Mini glue dots are my best friend, especially with all these little pieces. So we're going to put one right on the stem and then kind of tuck it under so the tag looks like it's stuck to the branch or tied to the branch. And then we're going to, you can use liquid glue here if you like, but this is the lazy way to do it. I'm going to pop each one of these little flowers on a glue dot because it's going to make it super fast. All right. Then I'll remove each one from the release paper, right with the take your pick tool, and we'll add them to the card. We're looking for a little triangle of pink flowers. We've got the amazing petal pink and pretty peacock foil gems. I love these. I absolutely adore them. I'm going to use the pretty peacock here this time because I like the contrast, but the petal pink looks gorgeous too. We're going to do a little flower center. We're going to use the bigger one on the tag and the smaller ones on the other 3 flowers. And there it is, a simple hello card featuring the cutest cows 3 ways. So what do you think? Which one is your favorite? Pecan pie with pecan pie spots, white with pecan pie spots, or pecan pie with white spots? Aren't they so cute? And here is our black and white cow. I hope you're getting a kick out of the cutest cows. I sure am. With the punch and stamps, make super fast cards, and who wouldn't get a smile receiving this little hi message in the mail? All right, you guys, if you've got any questions about the project, if you've got questions about joining Stampin' Up, if you have considered the starter kit and you want to chat about it, you can email Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. If you're ready to join and grab your glass mat studio or to shop Stampin' Up 24/7, buzz over to marisaAlvarez.stampinup.net. And when you get there, if you'd like to join, click join. And if you'd like to shop, click shop. Thanks for spending time with me today. I'll see you in the next video.